Hi, I'm Frankie, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd talk you through a few of my favourite makeup brushes. I'm just going to go through each brush and explain why I like them and why they work well for me. So hopefully I can help you if you're looking for any new brushes. So none of my makeup brushes are that expensive. I don't really see the point in spending loads of money on makeup brushes when you can get like affordable ones from good brands like Morphe and Zoeva. So yeah, let's jump into the video. So first I'm going to start with face brushes, and for my foundation I use the Morphe M439 Deluxe Buffer Brush, and this is what it looks like. So the bristles on this are really dense, which I really like because I feel like it buffs in my foundation really seamlessly, makes it look really natural. I never have any streaks when I use this foundation brush, so yeah, this is really nice. After I buff my foundation in with this, I do go back in with my beauty blender because I just feel like it makes it sink into my skin a little bit more. So this is £16, which is also relatively quite cheap for a foundation brush. So next is the brush I use to set my concealer under my eyes, and that is the Real Techniques contour brush, and this is what it looks like. I really like this brush because it's a nice shape and size to get underneath my eyes. I also use it to blend out my nose contour. The only problem with this brush is it only comes in a set. The set is called the Flawless Face Brush Set, so it's a bit of a pain if you're not really going to use the other brushes. I gave one of the brushes away because I was just never going to use it, but the other three are good, so I don't think it's a complete waste if you want to buy the whole pack. So there is another brush that's quite similar to this. I think it's pink, and I think it's actually like a setting brush. I think that's what it's called. So I mean, you can get that on its own, so if you wanted just one then you could go for that. I think they're not too different from each other. So if you want to get the set, which includes this one, then I think it's £20 on like Superdrug, but I think you can always get it on like Amazon for cheaper, so have a look, see what you can find. And if you want to get the pink one that's similar to this, I think it's only £8. So the next brush is the brush I use to contour with, which is the Real Techniques Bold Metals 301 brush. This is what it looks like. It's just like a flat top. This one's very dense as well. I like this brush because it's got a flat top. I use the flat bit when I'm doing my contour, and I actually use the side of the flat bit when I'm doing my nose to make it a bit smaller. So yeah, it's like multi-purpose. This is like £15 from Boots or Superdrug, and it did used to be really pretty. It used to be like ombre pink to white, but then obviously got a bit of makeup on and I couldn't bother to wash them. So next is the brush I use to put on my blush and blend out my contour, which is the Morphe E3 brush. So this is from the Elite collection from Morphe, and you can tell like it is really good quality. The only annoying thing for me is that mine's like kind of like fallen apart, but I'm just going to try and glue it back together. So because this is from the Elite collection of Morphe, it's a little bit more expensive than the normal Morphe brushes. So this is £18. So my next brush is my highlight brush. This is probably one of the more expensive brushes from my collection. This is the Anastasia A23 brush. This is honestly the best highlighting brush. It's so good. I actually used to use my contour brush to highlight before I got this one. It like disperses the highlight evenly on my cheeks. I literally just realised I haven't even got a highlight on. So I mean, you can see how it works, huh? I'm just dipping it into my Kylie Cotton Candy Cream highlight. This is what it looks like. Which makes it look really natural. And I'm never scared that it's going to look really like chunky in one place, you know. I normally take it on the tip of my finger for my nose and then just blend it out with the brush. So this is £26, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it is really good quality. So if you're looking for a really good highlight brush, this could be the one for you. So, oh God. Okay, so my last face brush is my bronzer brush, and I like using a really big brush just so I feel like I can get everywhere on my face really quickly and easily. I just feel like it lets me bronze my whole face, and then I can go in my setting powder under my cheekbones and clean it up if I've gone a bit over the top. So this is the Real Techniques powder brush, and it's £12.99 from Boots. So next is my eyebrow brush, and I have this Anastasia brush which has the spoolie on one end and the brush on the other. The name is actually rubbed off, but I'm pretty sure it's number 12. There's two that are quite similar. I think it's 12 and 7 or something. and they are really similar, so I mean I can't see there being a huge difference if you get one or the other. This is £18. I like it because it's so small at the top and I feel like I'm able to do my eyebrows more precisely. So for my eyeshadow brushes, I actually got loads of the Zoeva rose gold brushes in a pack, which was £60 for 12 eyeshadow brushes. Quite a good deal. I got it for Christmas. It's a good gift, but these are some of my favourites from that pack. So first is my Zoeva 322 Browline brush. This is what I use to clean up my brows after I've done them. I literally use this every time I do my brows. It's a lifesaver. It's really fine and it's slanted, so I can get into all the nooks and crannies really easily, and this on its own is £8. The next eyeshadow brush is my 221 Luxe Soft Crease brush. I use this mainly to blend out my eyeshadows, and I also use it to apply my transition colour. It's just a really good blending brush, which in my opinion is something everyone needs in their collection, and on its own it is £9. So next is the 228 Luxe Crease. I actually have two of these, and again these are blending brushes. I use the 228 in a similar way to the 221, but the 221 is a lot smaller, so I can also use that when I'm defining my crease a bit more, whereas these are a lot bigger, so they're more for just blending. And these on their own are also £9. So next is my 231 Luxe Petite Crease. This is a lot smaller. Because it is a lot smaller and more compact than the blending brushes, I'm able to really define my crease, and I also use it on my outer V. So I use this more with colours rather than just like transition colours. And this on its own is also £9. So the last eyeshadow brush I'm going to mention is the Zoeva 232 Luxe Classic Shader. This is what it looks like, and it is quite flat, so I use this when I'm applying shimmers to my lid. I just spritz it with my Fix Plus and I apply it. I feel like it applies shimmer products really well, and on its own this is also £9. So that is all my favourite makeup brushes, but I thought while I'm at it I might as well mention my sponges I use as well, because I don't do my makeup without my sponges. So first I have my beauty blender. I've already gone through one of these and I have two more waiting for when I'm finished with this one, because I got like a pack of 3. I love the beauty blender. As I said before, I use it to go over my foundation when I've buffed it in with my brush, just to make it look more flawless and natural. And I also use it when I'm buffing in my concealer. I can't do my makeup without it. I use it every single time. These are £17 now on Beauty Bay. I think they actually used to be 16, so they've actually gone up £1, but they are really good. It's better to see if you can get them in a multi-pack, because when I got it in a multi-pack it was much cheaper. I got 3 for like £30, so that was really good. So the next sponge I'm going to mention is my Morphe sponge. I use this when I am cleaning up my bronzer and contour and on my nose. That is mainly what I use this one for, because of the sharp edge. I love it. I looked on the Morphe website and it's actually not on there, probably just sold out, but the other two sponges that are on there are £8, so I'm assuming it's the same. I'm sure it's just as good as the beauty blender for other things like foundation, but I just have certain things for each of my sponges that I stick to. So yeah, this is really good for making my contour. It's much cheaper than the beauty blender. This is only £8 and the beauty blender is now 17. So that's something to think about. And last but not least is my Real Technique sponge. I love this sponge. I had this before on Beauty Blender, so I used to use this for like all over foundation. I know people that prefer this to the normal Beauty Blender for their face makeup, but I use this one for my like liquid illuminators, like my Iconic one or my Becca one, and that's why the tip is so dirty, because when you use the Iconic illuminator it stains your sponge, so I didn't want to use it on my beauty blender because I didn't want it to stain it, so I just use it on my Real Techniques one, and now this is what that's for. I use this only for that now. These are the cheapest sponges. I think one on its own is £5.99, but then you can get like multi-packs of 2 or 4, and also they've got the flat bit as well, so you could use it to clean up your contour as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I was able to help anyone that might be looking for some new makeup brushes to buy. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.